confused.
Hi, Mom.
Where have you been, my dear?
I'm going to the Johnsons.
Did that son of mine upset you? Don't worry, just come back home tomorrow for my birthday banquet. We can clear things up.
How am I supposed to keep my identity a secret now?
Hey, Mom. I think I already told you I'm going to be at work late tonight.
Why not? Isabella is your wife, you know.
No, that marriage is a sham. I'm going to be divorcing that scheming woman as soon as I can.
And another thing, you brat, did you upset her last night? She went back to her dad.
How can I upset her when I didn't even see
No
her?
excuses. Tomorrow is my birthday. You better bring her with you. You understand?
This will make a perfect birthday gift for Mrs. Avery.
Would you be able to package this one up for me?
I'm sorry, miss. This necklace is already reserved by somebody else.
Oh, well, would I be able to grab a different one then?
It's limited edition. Only one in town.
Well, can I speak to the customer? Because I would really like to.
You again?
Asking for my contact information.
All right, how much do you want for it?
I want your money, but I do want you to come to a party with me.
This wouldn't happen to be your mother's birthday party, would it?
You know more than you let on. I like it.
Isn't this a family event? Why would you bring an outsider in? And also, what about your wife?
Yes, well, I really need someone to, put her in her place. So, that's gonna be it.
Don't you think you're going a bit far?
No. She's been doing tricks and manipulations of me for the last 2 years. If I don't get divorced now, when will I?
You're the one doing tricks and manipulation, you scoundrel!
It's mad every time I mention my wife. I wonder if she's jealous.
Did you hear? Mrs. Avery is back.
Why is she back? Is the Johnson family trying to get money again?
Well, you should wish her tone. She is still Mr. Avery's wife.
Mrs. Avery? What kind of wife is she? She got sent abroad right after getting married. And it's been 2 years and she hasn't even seen her husband. How is it any different from being a widow?
All things considered, she couldn't even claim his heart. If I were her, I would at least get a divorce and then let somebody else have a shot.
That's where you're missing some info. You see, Mrs. Avery spent those 2 years abroad in school. Unlike you girls who spent it pining over Mr. Avery and the family like some sad poor maids.
What are you even doing here?
Shannon, how do you know this arrogant woman?
She's just a lonely employee of mine.
Since I can't hide my identity anymore, might as well flaunt my status as Mrs. Avery while it lasts.
Oh, come on, Shauna. Didn't you read my resume? I'm the Mrs. Avery all y'all are gossiping about. I'm Isabella Johnson.
You are a scheming woman. You can't keep Dean's heart at home, so you came to company to stir up trouble, huh?
Dean? How casual of you to say. Ew.
Dean is on his way. Just you, wait.
I'm Mrs. Avery. I don't need to listen to you.
Let me tell you the truth. Dean and I are deeply in love. And if you have any self-respect, you would drop this act.
You know, I'd been planning on getting divorced. But now that you're here, I've changed my mind.
You kidding me?
I have a little bit of a sadistic sense of humor, and I just love to watch so-called lovers meet a tragic end.
You are shameless mistress. You climbed into my man's bed and still dare to act so arrogant.
I'm the rightful Mrs. Avery. But honestly, Shauna, your obsession with my husband only makes you look like the shameless mistress.
You bitch!
Now you've gone too far.
Where's your charm now?
going on here? Seriously. Explain yourselves.
Mrs. Avery, Miss Johnson heard someone mention that Dean and I have been close partners since college. Out of jealousy, she demanded that I leave, and when I refused, she splashed wine on me.
Stop! You're no partner. It's only because your father asked me to ask Dean to hire you. But since my daughter-in-law is clearly upset, I'm gonna have to ask you to leave, Miss Dunn.
Mrs. Avery, please.
No. Listen. I stand by my family, right or wrong. But if anyone's going to disrespect my daughter-in-law, then that's like disrespecting the Avery family.
Thank you, Mom.
Oh, no need for thanks. But you do need to get out of this dress. Get into something else.
But this is Dean's room.
Don't forget you're married. It's your room too. Come on now. You gotta get in another dress. Besides, I bought you some really nice dresses. Come on, go. Here we go.
Dean!
What?
I'm afraid to say.
Okay, well then don't say it.
It's your wife.
What did she do?
She spilled wine on me, and she said that you belongs only to her, and no other woman is allowed to be near you. She's driven away every girl.
Okay. I am gonna go deal with this wife. I've barely been married to her for 2 years, and she's just trying to control me.
Dean.
I'm going to deal with my wife, and then I will be back, okay?
It's you.
You know, I invited you to go to the party with me, and you didn't.
I'm so sorry for being such a bother, Mr. Avery.
No bother. You're actually looking pretty fine. You smell like wine. I like it.
Have some decency, Dean. This is your wife's room.
Ugh, my wife. I haven't even seen that woman in 2 years. What is her name?
Isabella.
Isabella Johnson has been exploiting my family for the last 2 years. Anywho, you're giving me a hard time about being decent. And then you're trying to seduce me. That's kind of ironic.
I'm not.
No? Well then how about after I get divorced, we get married?
All you ever talk about is divorce. Just do it already.
Oh yeah? Let me give you a little preview.
Changed? Oh, my son says one thing, does another.
Branded playboy. You want games? Fine, I'll play along.
Oh, fire. I like it.
You're the wild one. Cheating like it's some game. I'm not gonna be your side piece.
Okay, don't. I'm just gonna call her right now, and we're gonna get the divorce going. Excuse me, who's calling?